The year may be ending, but the push to vaccinate as many people as possible against COVID-19 is not. West Virginia Junior Senator Shelley Moore Capito spoke with me about a number of topics, including what needs to be done to put this virus in the rearview mirror.
Just over 60% of eligible people in the country are vaccinated right now. What more can be done to push that number even higher to a spot where scientists, medical professionals feel like there could be a herd immunity factor kicking in?
I'm fully vaxxed. I believe in the vaccination. I've gotten the vaccination and I've gotten the booster. I've had numerous tests throughout the process, as recently as 3 or 4 days ago, just to make sure that I'm protecting not just myself, but the people that I'm around. And so I think we need to keep pushing that. I think one of the things I've noticed that's been pushing a lot lately is this with these new variants, that only people that are in the hospital, that are hospitalized, not only, but most of the people in the higher percentages are people that are unvaxxed, and they're the ones that are getting the sickest. To me, that's an indication that unless you have some huge reason or a health reason, or you're just absolutely committed to it, you really should look at the vaccination as a way to protect yourself. And we need to keep talking about how dangerous this can be if you're not vaxxed. And as these variants move through the population, who's getting sick, who's getting hospitalized. Those are the things I think that tell us vaccinations work. This one works, and it keeps you from getting maybe less sick, definitely less sick, and maybe from getting it at all.
Studies have shown, multiple studies at this point, that the majority of people who are saying that they're not going to get vaccinated, don't plan on getting vaccinated, identify with the Republican Party. Should there be more of a concerted effort within the GOP then to push vaccination and try to convince those vaccine hesitant people?
The erosion of confidence began in a political way. I think we've got to throw that all out the window. We need to make sure that our leaders, Republican leaders and all leaders, are pushing the vaccination. I noticed President Biden himself yesterday said, he rarely says anything good about President Trump, said he got a booster and he developed the development of this vaccine occurred during the Trump administration. This is the kind of thing I think that will help ease the political tensions and try to get as many people vaccinated as possible. We know we're not going to get all the way there, but we can do better, and particularly with those in vulnerable either age groups or with health conditions.
What's your top priority heading into 2022?
My top priority is making sure that the infrastructure package gets put into motion in the best possible way in West Virginia. I have always had a high priority on broadband deployment. I have my Capito Connect plan. I talk about it all the time. This is what's going to get us there through the mechanisms that we identified through Capito Connect. So that's my number one priority, is still the deployment of broadband into our state, but also roads and bridges, our water systems, making sure that they're modernized and safe for safe drinking water. And then I think we've got to keep looking at these health issues, whether it's the pandemic, whether it's the opioid crisis that's still raging in through we can't take our eye off the ball off of that, because that is something that the numbers are going up and up. Other than that, a strong America, both domestic and internationally. I'm going to keep pressing the Biden administration to make sure that the border becomes not open, close the border. Stop the 180,000 people from coming across and letting them into our country. I mean, they're basically open borders now. And I think that we've got to work harder to convince the administration that this is not the policy of the American people.